Samoa's natural waters are special. Something goes in there, comes out different. Natural Samoa water, the taste of nature in a bottle.
E tā wale mai o le leo seo le avea mau sui fifilia mo lau saufanga ni nupi wha. O le tu langa I whaingo fia ia nupi wha no whaasafua lau saufanga mwha manianga mai nupi wha. Mo e pe le mama mai ia te oi. Asa suwane se ofisa nupi wha la tāne. Pe wala au mai le ono wha walu o.
Tafa Samoa, I'm Jack Ty Laban. For any competition, I'm all about speed, skill.
My name is Tafa. We're from Brisbane in Australia, born in New Zealand, proud Samoans. My mom's from Samoa, and my dad's from Waikia and Samoa. We fight in the UFC, me and my brother here, Junior. So, thank you guys for having us. We're very proud Samoans. We fight all around the world and we always carry our flag very high and we try to do our best to make you guys proud.
Yeah, Tafa is Tafa, also heavyweight in the UFC, and exactly what my brother said.
Why did you choose kickboxing, MMA, UFC? I'm trying to familiarize myself with the sport because, as you know, boxing is the only popular sport that I know, and I grew up here. But what you because I said to your mother that when I was in Aussie a couple of weeks ago, I watched your fight in Sydney, one of the restaurants where we had lunch or something. Because when I look at you now, you look familiar on that one. But why did you choose? Because I watched the fight, it's so brutal, violent.
Yeah, boxing is a very big sport here in Samoa. Our grandpa was a Samoan light heavyweight boxing champion.
Who's your grandpa?
My grandpa was Tafa. Yes, but in New Zealand, there was good fighters like Ray Sefo and Mark Hunt. They were famous kickboxers, and we used to watch their fights and thought that was very tough. So we want to be tough just like them. Yeah, we started kickboxing and then changed it to MMA because MMA, UFC is so big now. We want to be fighting on the biggest stage and in front of thousands of people. So yeah, that's why we fought in the UFC.
And why did you choose this sport? Because it's so brutal, violent.
Oh no, we're good at it. Something we're good at doing. We're good at knocking people out. So why not? That's God's gift to us. So we just have to, use that gift to support our family and make some more proud, I guess.
Was it easy? Your family, especially your mom, did you get the approval when you first when you?
Oh yeah, I think it was pretty tough for my mom to watch. She most of our fights are on a Sunday because in America it's a Saturday. So she'll be at church praying for us while we're fighting. People will come out, healthy and no injuries or so it's still hard. She doesn't watch, but this is something that she supports us with and something that we're good at.
How does it feel like being in Samoa? And can you briefly tell us about what you guys want to do during your visit?
Yeah, for sure. We love Samoa. We haven't been here since before COVID. Our grandpa passed away probably a few years back. A dream of ours was just to be like David Tua. Whenever David Tua fought, I don't know about you guys, but in New Zealand, even the bus drivers had their all follow ready for the fight. I feel like Samoa stopped when David Tua fought, and we want to come back and make sure we can get a close relationship with all the Samoan locals. So when it's our turn to fight, Samoa stops for us.
Do you have any plans to develop the sport in Samoa at grassroots level?
Yeah, for sure. We're going to go see a gym later on this week. see the MMA community. And I think it's school holidays here, I'm not too sure, but it'll be good just to go to the schools because, Gigos are good for rugby and it's just good for UFC too.
How does it feel with the victory against your latest fighter? Your preparations, especially, and your training with Tafa. I know you trained with him as well. Share a little bit about how they stated the UFC 293 was UFC 685. And share a little bit about that too.
Yeah, my last fight was lucky enough to get the knockout. The guy kept poking me in the eye, so I had to make sure, this time there's no more eye pokes. It was good to train with Tafa. He's another proud Samoan. Proud Samoan from Laui. For all of us in Australia and New Zealand, our main goal is just to make Samoa proud, or every Samoan proud around the world. That's our main goal. We have a coffee before the fights and we're just talking about things. We're all saying, I hope when we're finished, there's another 100 Samoan fighters waiting to represent Samoa in the UFC. And, there's other Samoans like Max Holloway, or Whitaker, they've been champions. And maybe in the next 5 years or next 10 years, there'll be a champion out of Samoa. That's one of the things we're trying to do, is just inspire the next generation.
Any plans for long-term grassroots programs?
Yeah, we're actually trying to speak about that now this year. Like our first trip here is just to make sure we can connect and everyone understands who we are and where we're from. And then from then on, we can hopefully build a program here, different regions, because Samoans are built for war, for warriors. And why not build the warriors here for the UFC?
So what's your current ranking?
I think I'm just sitting outside the top 15. Just outside the top 15, but I feel good. Myself and my brother coming off 2 straight knockouts. Next year, we're shooting for the top 10, and the more people we knock out, the better the rankings get.
Is it good money to play your sport?
At the beginning, it's pretty tough, but right now we're good enough money to come on holiday here. So.
I mean, what do you tell to the young ones here who may want to join you in the future in terms of financial support?
You mean like as a career?
As a career?
Yeah, just like any sport, if you put in the work, obviously at the beginning of your career when you're playing at the local parks, for rugby, it's the money's not there, but the more you work at it. Me and my brother at the beginning of our careers, we were fighting at the pubs, 200 people watching. Now we fight in New York, Singapore, Las Vegas, Abu Dhabi, and now we get to in trouble with our family. And just like anything in any sport, the higher you get, the better you paid.
I think you had a background in NRL.
Yeah.
So what made you transition into this sport? And did you ever think you'd be like up here?
Yeah, I was a better fighter on the rugby field than I was a rugby player. Well, my grandpa was a boxer and my uncles were boxers too, so every Saturday in the afternoon at the back of my grandpa's house, we all used to put our gloves on and spar with our cousins. It's just something that we were naturally good at. But yeah.
Question for Junior. I think you had a promotional debut with Usman. Any plans to bounce back? What's the game plan now?
Yeah, I had a fight after Usman. I fought in Singapore. I got the performance of the night bonus. It was good. Just want to be alongside my brother while he makes his run for the title, so that's exciting.
Is there anyone in particular in the UFC you guys look up to?
And just other fellow Samoans in there, like Max Holloway. Good guy.
What has been the biggest change in your life since reaching the ultimate level of UFC?
I think it's trying to balance the UFC and the family. You know? It's a lot of commitment. It's a bit different now in Australia. We get stopped by a lot of people off the photos and they want to talk. And, my kids, they just want to eat their food. So there's all those things, but just balance, I think. Try and balance your time with your family, your time with your sport, your time with your friends.
So when are we going to watch you fighting here?
Oh man, that'll be a dream. That's a dream. To bring the UFC to Samoa. Hopefully in a few years we can get that goal. Have some local Samoans fighting in the UFC too.
Are you looking at finding sponsorships and maybe seek assistance from the government here as well, Samoa Tourism, to bring one of your fights here?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's what all countries do, I guess. I know the Russians do that for their fighters in the UFC. They heavily back their fighters. And why not do it for the Samoans? You know, there's a lot of Samoans now in the UFC and it'd be good to support us.
What is the first thing other than winning that comes through your mind before you fight?
Usually I'm like, oh, hopefully I don't get knocked out in front of everyone. No, I just say, just stay calm, open your eyes and stay relaxed. That's what my Grand West always says to us. If you're too model, you're not going to be able to punch properly, too tense. You've got to be nice and relaxed. Knockout will come.
You always feel that you have to carry your country with you when you fight?
Yeah, for sure. You know, it's a privilege to be able to represent Samoa. This is something that we don't take lightly. You know, we always know how tough the Samoan fans are, so we got to make sure we go out there and give it our best.
What's your message to the youth in Samoa to pursue their dreams and?
Yeah, man, that's another thing that we're here for too. Just to send a message to every young Samoan out there that you know, we didn't start with the best life. You know, we lived a very rough life growing up. Not much money and whatnot. And, you know, any person can change their future depending on how hard they work, and how passionate they stay with whatever they do, whether it be sport, you know, or in school, or their schooling. You know, anyone can change their future, and it just depends on them. And we're a testament to that. You know, we came from very poor upbringings, and now we're living a good life. And that was all because we just stayed committed and focused, and we worked hard. And this is just the beginning of where we want to take everything.
What do you hope to gain out of this trip?
Yeah, like I said before, this was just building a foundation with the Samoan locals, first and foremost, just to build that connection and relationship. So, you know, a lot of Samoans around the world, they follow us, but we haven't been back here for a few years. You know, the last time we were here, we weren't in the UFC. But now we can come here, speak to the locals, go back to our rules and speak to all the people there that we haven't seen in a while, and let them know that we fight for them. And then hopefully in the future, with some backing with the government, we can start some programs where we can introduce things like jiu-jitsu and wrestling, things that we're already good at. You know, we play rugby already, so rugby tackle, and this is just another avenue that you can do now instead of playing rugby or boxing. MMA is another thing, and we want it to be something that is common around all the villages, all the schools. So hopefully we have every UFC champion out of Samoa. That's the goal.
Junior, would you get a tatau? Samoan traditional tatau like your brother?
It looks very painful, so maybe at the end of my career where I get to do it after my career. Sure.
What are your villages? Satupaitea?
I'm a master for more.
Junior, has it always been your to look up to your brother every time he fights, or did you have another career path that you wanted to take?
No, yeah. My grandpa's a boxer, my uncles are boxers. Watching my two older brothers doing it, my oldest brother. He's a very smart guy. He helps me. He's a big part of why my success. So my oldest brother Gerard, he coaches me, helps us out with our striking and our game plan. He's a big part of our team. So shout out to my brother Gerard.
Any more questions from the media? Not. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Justin and Junior, as well as your mother for coming and making time available. They just arrived this morning, so they need to go back to their hotel and do some stuff. But thank you very much, media. One more favor from media. If we can take a quick photo with the guys over here, for the whole media. More love. Thank you very much. Are you going to do a one-on-one interview? Okay, one-on-one interview if you want. If not, we'll be quick stay. Thank you so much. Your photo, video, the whole video.